Hi everyone, I'm Jeff Borg, one of the founders of Salvanote. The other founder, Jeff Ellison, and I are putting together some video clips about Salvanote and the role it can play in improving communications between teachers and parents. This video clip is about showing how the features of the mobile app can be used and how they operate. So let's have a look. Opening up the Salvanote app on the mobile phone. When we want to start a conversation with a parent that we haven't yet started communicating with, we go to the right icon, which is in the top right-hand corner here, and just touch that. Now, first of all, that right icon is available only to teachers, not to parents. Now, touching on that, in the To menu here, we tap there and the QWERTY keyboard pops up, and we can type in there the name of the parent we want to communicate with. And so if the first name starts with K, we just touch the letter K, and all the parents, and for that matter anyone in the database, it could be teachers as well, anyone who has the letter K in their first or second names will now appear on the screen. And if it's more than 4, as you can see here, you'll be able to scroll down. But there's no need to, because if you know the person's name, then you know the second letter. In this case, if we're after Khaled, you know it's H. You can either tap H and end up with 2 names with K and H, or if I was to remove that H, then I can see straight away the person I want, and I just want to touch that name. Now, I'm ready to send a message to Khaled. I can either type in the message, as you've been used to doing on your phone, or I can use voice to text and then edit that before I send it, which is what I prefer to do because it's so much faster. And so I just hit here the little record icon. Now, this icon is always on every iPhone. It's part of the iPhone default setup. If you have an Android phone, then something similar is called Google Keyboard, which you can download for free onto your Android phone. This is an iPhone, and so it becomes part of the system. I just tap on that. Hi there, comma, just letting you know that Micah behaved really well in class today. Full stop. Please encourage him when he arrives home. Full stop. Now I just look at that and I will check it. Hi there, just letting you know that Micah, see, and I didn't say and hi, Micah behaved. Let me try that again. Behaved. Doesn't like it that well, but we've almost got it. We've got behave. We'll put behaved in. Behaved really well in class today. Please encourage him when he arrives home. And so now I send that, and away that goes. And it appears now on the screen as a conversation that I've started with this particular parent. Now the parent will receive that and then can respond. Down here, let me see, I've got one here with UI, a parent with UI, and you can see how the conversation proceeded there, just as it does with other communication apps that you've become familiar with in using on your mobile phone. So I've spoken to UI and he's returned the message saying, okay, thank you for letting me know. So coming back, another feature that we have is that once we have started a line of communication with a parent, we can touch on any one of them. And let's say we touched on this one here. You can see the first message at the bottom. Now what now becomes available is in the top right-hand corner, there is an edit feature. Now, if we touch on that, what opens up now is a field in which we can write anything at all, but it's very useful here to write the name of the student, the name of the child, for which this is the parent or the carer. In this case, as you saw, it was Micah, so I'll touch on there and I'll just write in Micah, M-I-C-A-H. And then I'll just go back again here with this arrow at the top, and we'll see now under the name of the parent, we have Micah's name. The importance of this is that Quite honestly, I don't remember all the parents' names, but I do remember the students' names. So once the student's name is written under the name of each parent that you communicate with, that name will now appear in any search that you make. So if you were to write a message to this particular parent and you had forgotten who the parent was, but you knew it was Micah's dad, if you just type in here Micah, M-I-C-A-H, and all of a sudden the entire name of the parent and the student appears and you can send the message. Or if it was only recently on your screen, you can just touch on where the conversation is currently recorded on your screen and you can continue to send a message. That's a very useful feature. It's available also for parents. Now, for parents, of course, what they would put there is the teacher's name, because they'll have more than one teacher, and so as they don't become confused and it's easier for them to recall which teacher they're talking to at any one point in time, they can put down here the teacher's name. So you can always tap on that and you can put in there any name at all. Now, this particular field is not recorded on the common database that is open to other teachers or parents. It's recorded only on this phone. So it really doesn't matter what you write there, no one else is going to see it. So if you wanted to write there something that only you wanted to see, it might be that it's a student with a disability of some kind and you wanted to remember exactly what the disability was, that this particular student was on the spectrum. For ASD, you could pop that there, and when you go back, if you wanted to also add in there the student's name, Micah again, when we go back, we'll see now under that parent's name is the condition that the student has, it's the learning difficulty that the student has, and the student's name. So that particular feature comes in handy, and it is only recorded on each particular phone. Now there might come the time when you want to send a single message to an entire class, or a single message, a generic message, to an entire group, where the group is across classes, such as a sporting group or a drama group or the orchestra or whatever. And so if you want to create a group where a single message can be sent to multiple recipients just as easily as you would send a single message to a single person, then this is how you would do it. Up here in the hamburger menu again, you touch on that and you come down now to groups. Now you'll see here I already have a group. I've called it my drama class. If I touch on that, I will see underneath the parents who I am talking to, communicating with in this particular group. Now what I'm going to do is go back and create a new group. So up here I've got add. Now this particular group might be the orchestra. You can put down any name. It is the orchestra group. And that name, just like the secondary name for children or teachers under the individual that we saw just previously, this name now will appear in your database. This second field is all the members of this particular group. And so when you touch here, if you know the names of the parents, you'll just say, oh, I want this particular parent here. And then you touch another letter, and whatever comes up, it might be this particular parent here, and so on. And then when you are done, you just hit done, and you have created now a second group. Now you can see these crosses here at the end. These crosses can remove any group at any point. So if I touch that, it will in fact disappear. So if I wanted to touch this one, a message will come up saying, do I really want to remove this? After all, you went to some effort to create it. I'm going to cancel here, but if it said delete, it would completely disappear and you would not be able to recall it, although you could create it again. Now, if we go back to messages, I'll show you how this group feature works. If we go back to messages, and I want to create a message now, and I want to send it to all the parents of students in my orchestra group, I'll just type up here either the word group or the word orchestra. So we have here group, G-R, the two groups I have come up immediately, but if I had many groups, I could type in orchestra and it would appear. But in this case, I just touch on orchestra. That's now the group. and it's available now for me to send a message. The message could be, "Hi everyone, the time for the rehearsal this Saturday at school is 9 a.m. Full stop. I just now check to edit before it's sent. Hi everyone, and the time for, see that said here, rehearsal. No, it's rehearsal. So I just check that again for the rehearsal. Okay, got it right this time. So hi everyone, I don't need the word and. The time for the rehearsal this Saturday at school is 9 a.m. And so I hit send. Now that will go out now to every person in that group, to every parent who was mentioned in that particular group. Now when the recipients of a group message receive a message, they are not aware of who the other members of the group are, unlike other group features of mobile apps. So every recipient believes they're the only recipient, but even if they understand the reason is privacy, then they will realise that there's a good reason why they are unaware of who the other recipients of the group are, because it's not mentioned anywhere in the message or indicated in any way. And in the same way, when each recipient responds back here to the teacher, the other members of the group do not see that response. And so if there's a private message that the parent wants to convey about their particular child, no one else gets to see that. And we believe this is quite unique to our mobile messaging app. So that is how the group feature works.